Welcome to Wendy's Resin Lab, where science meets creativity. Pull up a chair and join us tonight. Hey, and Pete, I got the new shirt. Now, everywhere I go, people will know, hey, you're that Wendy. And I'll say, yes, I am. Tonight, we are going to do two experiments. The first one, I'm going to tell you a preview. Coming up next week, one day, my sister is coming to be our first guest on Wendy's Resin Lab, and she is bringing a set of acrylic paint markers, and she wants to paint a Christmas tree. Little does she know, she's also going to get a bunch of snowmen, some snowflakes, and these little doors that I'm not sure if they're Christmas related or not, but we're going to pour these in a neutral color, and then we're going to let her work her magic. The second thing we're going to do tonight, I got this new mat of 4 holographic coasters, and then there's one in the middle. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be, but it looks like a little one. And I think what we are going to do, I'm really excited about using this to see what it turns out, but I want to do 4 different types of bloom molds, and I'm working toward a vendor fair in November, and so I'm going to try and do red instead of white for one of them to make it kind of look like a poinsettia. And I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I'm going to try it and we'll see what we come up with. And then we'll do something creative with the other ones as well. So let's get started.
Hey there, welcome in to Wendy's Resin Lab. Pull up the chair and stay a while.
The ones were done after the white and red have been sitting.
Hey there, we're glad you're here, so pull up the chair and stay a while.
I think I heard somebody say,
love, 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 results in solid maybe.
That's right, it is time for some lab results from our last show. We made charms. We made big teddy bears. We made little teddy bears. We made jellyfish. We made sea creatures. And we made these awesome hearts with a petri dish effect in it, where I dropped alcohol inks down into it and then used a sinker white, and that turned out super duper cute. The detail in there is really, really neat. So when we're looking at all of these combined for charms night, the only thing that I have a problem with is that, and it was me, it wasn't the actual project, but some of the little teeny tiny bears I over poured a little bit, but I was able to cut those off. And so everything looks good. The colors are great. The resin turned out beautiful. There's no big bubbles in it. So I'm going to call Charms Night a 10 out of 10. Yes. All right. Good job. So for this pour, I mixed up my resin, and I was going to start with these little tiny molds to begin with. And I guess I just wanted to remind you that it takes a long time to mix up resin. So I started with the snowflakes because I only wanted them to be like a white color. And then there was a lot of intricate details, so I was using my toothpick to get into all the nooks and crannies and make sure that the resin made it in there. These doors, I wanted to do just a neutral color, so I went with a sort of a yellow brownish color that was see-through, and poured those. And again, they had nooks and crannies, so I made sure we got in every nook and cranny. And then the the Santas, I wanted them to be clear because I wanted them to her to be able to color it exactly whatever she wanted. And so I just made sure that every little piece had resin in it. And then I sprayed them all with isopropyl alcohol. And of course, if I have extra resin, I always make more skulls. So now it was time to get to the holographic molds. And if you notice, I sprayed alcohol in the molds before I started. I saw that if you would do that, it can help cut down on bubble formation in there. And I didn't pour resin in the bottom two because I wanted to actually put color in there first. And so then I put my clear resin, and I was just using a variety of alcohol inks just to make different colors. Just a kind of a random pattern. And so I used different colors on this other side, and again, just to make it look different. And they looked pretty dark there. And then I almost forgot the center one, and because I moved on to putting in my little stones in the center of these guys so that it could be the middle of the flower. So eventually, after my resin was ready, I went ahead and put green in the corners to be the leaves, and I took my red, and I'm using a toothpick now. I did a red spiral, and then I used my toothpick to make my blooms. And in the second one, I'm going to use red, and then I'm going to go back and use white before I make my blooms in that one too. And they look so adorable right here. I think they're going to turn out really pretty. I did a spiral in each of these, and I learned my lesson from the last time in doing multiples, and I went ahead and made the petals right after I poured the white. Okay, and then I remembered my middle, and I wanted to do like primary colors, so I did red, yellow, and blue in that one, and then did my spiral, did my bloom. Hey friends, are you guys ready for a reveal? I wanted you to see my snowball bush in the background. It's so pretty. I wonder if I could put one of those in resin. Everything I see, I'm thinking about resin. But we have a lot of reveals to do tonight, so let me show you. We have our little Christmas things to reveal, and then we have some necklace and earring that we tried to do a bloom in. Looking at it from this side, I don't know, we'll just have to see what it looks like when it comes out. And then we have I did this one extra after the show because I had a little bit left over, so I tried this one, and we'll look at it. And then we have our 4 big ones and the little one in the center that I over poured because you can see that extra black right there. I over poured it. But anyway, we're going to look at all of these, and I think we'll start with, let's start with the little houses. How about that? Let's see if I can prop my phone so you can see. All right, so these shouldn't be too terribly hard to get out. They're just the little doors, and don't have a whole lot of detail on them right now, but I think when we get my sister's acrylic markers on that, we'll see what that looks like. Now I over poured that one, so I'll have to trim that part off. All right, here's the second door. It's cute. Here's the third one. I'm holding it where you guys can see it or not. Here is number 4. Number 5's got a little chimney, and it says believe. And number 6. Okay. next up, we're going to look at these little guys. I don't know how clear they'll be because I poured them clear. Oh, look at the detail in him. Can you see the detail? Look at that. Wow. I can't wait to see what my sister does with that. All right. Here's number 2. Here's number 3. These are gorgeous. You know, I think though that it's kind of something that you would probably have to paint, because how in the world would you, with different resin pigments, actually make it? Yes, focus on that. I mean, how would you make it like that with just using colored resin? Wow, those are really neat. I can't wait to see what she does with them. Okay, so next we have the snowflakes. See if we can get those out of there. Wow, that is amazing. The amount of detail in that is absolutely amazing. Cool. All right, here's the next one. These are really pretty. I think I like this mold. These are going to make really pretty ornaments on the tree, on somebody's tree. Cool. Alright, next I'm going to demold these. This is like pendants, like necklaces, and these two on the ends are earrings. And I tried to do a bloom on them, which that looks funky. It does not look like a flower bloom, but it looks really neat. Like that would be a cute necklace. I would buy that. Here's number 2. Number 3. There's number 4. And then here are the earrings. Okay, those aren't bad. Not bad. Alright, we have my favorite coaster mold. We'll see what kind of treasure we got behind this one. Oh, that is, oh, oopsie. That is not quite beautiful. I don't know what else to say about it. I think that my white and my red were too old by this time, maybe. That they had already gone past their point that they could do blooms. But I mean, it's like a really funky design. Alright, I lost you there for a minute. Let's pick this up and I want to make sure you can see. I think I'll start with the middle. The middle had a hole in the middle in it, and I don't know what or a peg in the middle. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be for. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oh, look at the holographic on the surface. That is cool. Oh my gosh, look at it in the sun. That is really neat. We got a pretty cool little bloom out of him too. different. He's way different, but I love that on the surface. That is so cool. All right. Let's see. I think I want to save. Ooh, I don't know which one to do next. Okay. Just going to bite the bullet, and we're going to do the red one. Okay, so what I wanted out of this one was for it to look like a poinsettia. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Am I absolutely sure that I just put red in there? Because that looks white. Wow. That is amazing. I may have turned them, y'all. This may be the white and red one. I don't know, but look at it's. Oh, it's so pretty. Woo! Oh, and let's see. Yes, it's got the hologram. That's awesome. I think I lost you for a second. All right, you ready? 1, 2. Ooh. It kind of looks like a zebra, doesn't it? Like zebra pattern in there. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, we got one left. Here we go. Lost you again. All right, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Ooh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. That's the white and the red. I don't know why it kind of looks cloudy in places. I wonder if that's like the hologram thing on it. But oh, look at it. That is so pretty. These 4. Oh my gosh. I love them. I love these things. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty.